Hi, I'm Sheena, a marriage and family therapy intern here at Dawn Institute, and I'm glad you could join me for Therapy Thursday. The last time we talked about emotions and accepting them without judgment, because when we have emotions and we judge them, we tend to not feel them, and then we bottle them up, and then they explode, or we numb to them, and then we don't process them. So it's really important that we actually feel our emotions and we actually accept them so that we can make meaning of them, we can process them, and then we can regulate our behaviors, because if we don't recognize our emotions, then we don't regulate our behaviors. We don't even recognize the behaviors we have. So the last time we talked about maybe journaling and starting to process your emotions, recognizing them without judgment, and then what do we think those emotions are telling us? So that's an important step. However, sometimes we have a hard time even recognizing our emotions because we've been bottling them so long, or we've been numbing to them or pushing them down because we don't want to feel those kinds of emotions like anger or sadness, because we don't think they're a right emotion to have. So sometimes we just don't recognize those emotions, or we want to overarch them, like say, oh, I'm always sad, or I'm happy, or and not recognize the nuance that comes with our emotions, because sometimes those emotions bleed over and we're feeling both happy and sad, or we're feeling both angry and disgusted, or fear and anger kind of go together too, but those are nuanced too, in the fact that they're deeper than just saying I'm angry. I'm also irritated, or I'm feeling sad, but it's mostly coming from being lonely. So getting deeper into those emotions is important. So you got to identify those. But sometimes we don't do that because we've been numbing to those emotions, and we've been numbing to those sensations that our bodies have, and even the behaviors that we make when we have these emotions. So maybe we start there. Maybe we start by looking at the sensations that we feel in our body, and the behaviors that are outward, and see what emotions we are having based on those sensations and behaviors. There's actually a website, Lindsay Brahman has an emotions wheel that shows you sensations that are attached to emotions. So if you struggle to see your behaviors and the sensations you're having, maybe pull that up off of her website, Lindsay Brahman, and you can look at that wheel and decide, okay, I'm feeling this sense of gut reaction, and maybe what emotion comes with that, and that might help you narrow it down a little bit. Or if you're feeling a little bit creative, I felt creative today, I made my own color wheel for my emotions. So this is what mine looks like. And yeah, I put the colors down, deciding maybe what color I felt those emotions were attached to. Like happy does feel green to me, sad does feel blue, but maybe they're a different color for you. So I put those down first, and then I went around and looked at my own reactions in the sensations in my body, and then put down where those fit on the wheel, and then filled it in with what emotions go with happy, because joy is a powerful feeling with happiness. Powerful, optimistic, free, curious, courageous. When we're feeling angry, you can see how sometimes, for me, I like the watercolors, because then the colors are kind of bleeding into each other, and then you can see how some of these feelings kind of bleed together. When you're feeling anger and disgust, a lot of times you're also feeling powerless. You're also feeling critical or shame, because those two feelings go together, anger and disgust. So the gut reaction, gut turning with anger, eye rolling with anger, these are all behaviors that I display. Passive aggressive is a big one too for me. So knowing that I display that behavior, and knowing that comes with anger, then I can usually not be passive aggressive when I'm feeling angry, because then I can regulate my own behaviors when I recognize my emotions. So identifying your emotions is also important, and sometimes it's hard to do. So it takes a lot of practice. So take some time, maybe make your own emotion wheel, or look one up online. There's a lot of them. If you just Google emotions wheels, something will pop up. But like I said, that one from Lindsey Brahman actually shows you the sensations that that go along with the emotions, and maybe that'll help you figure out how you're feeling a little bit. So take some time, identify your emotions. Thanks for being a part of the Dawn Difference.